it going, guys? So you're not gonna believe this. I had to film this. I like grabbed all my stuff really quickly and just ran in here because I just had the most ridiculous night. And it's one of those stories that you just can't make up. There's just no way all of these things could come together in such a fashion that would make this story. So I'm gonna walk you through it the way it happened to me so you can kind of feel what I felt. I did write it all down, so if at all I reference it, it's just a, you know, the order of events, so to say. So, it's a Wednesday night, and I was going to Jaws with my girlfriend. She had bought us tickets. We were both really excited. Jaws in concert, so the TSO, the Toronto Symphony Orchestra, was gonna do all the music and play Jaws on this big screen. So we were Jazz, and she got tickets like near the front. They said obstructed view because the stage blocks part of the screen, I guess. And we were like, yeah, whatever, that's fine. We'll be able to see the musicians. It'll be so cool. So fast forward to very near time of beginning. So I'm on my way there, and my friend messages me, hey, I'm here, just buy the ticket, people. Also, there's like a lot of Jewish people here. And I was like, what a weird comment to make. Steph's a lovely woman. I got there and found out there are actually a lot of Jewish people here. Like, I mean, her and I are both not Jewish, and there were, we were probably one of 5% of the population there, of the not being Jewish. And I was like, okay, well, okay, I don't have no way to explain that, but that's cool. So we get there, we show our tickets, and they don't go, usually they scan them, it makes this like laser noise, and I really like it because it reminds me of like a blaster going off in Star Wars. That doesn't happen. They look at it and they're like, okay, cool, yeah, like you're just over there, just follow through those shiny doors. We're like, great. So we get there, we sit down, and we're like, oh, there's just a piano, and the stage is lit up with like this blue gobo going all over it, and there's a big screen, and we're like, okay, that's weird. Before we can talk about it more, a guy comes up to us and goes, hey, can I show you guys a surprise? We're both in for a good time, so we were like, yeah. And he's like, come on. Now we're backstage, which I've never been, so yay, it was really cool. We're backstage, and this like very exuberant guy starts walking towards us, and he's like, hey, how's it going? I'm the mentalist. And we're like, what's that? I'll put his name in the description and maybe a video to him. He's really cool, and apparently he's really well known. He's been on a lot of shows like Oprah and a variety of other things, doing his mentalist thing. So he starts explaining to us what a mentalist is. I did see The Illusionist, so I kind of know, but no big deal. And then he goes, okay, great, do you guys mind being in a thing? And we're like, no, that's cool. He's like, I might call one of you up on stage. We're both like, yeah, sure, we like that, clearly. I'm not afraid of the light. So we're there. He pulls out a card and he's like, great. And he like writes a little box on it. He goes, I want you to take this, walk down that hallway. And I mean like far down that hallway. Take this Sharpie and write your first crush on it. And I mean like, yeah, like puppy love, like when you were really little, like your first crush that you had. And I was like, cool. I go down there, I write on it. I come back, he gets Steph to do the same thing, and he gives us really strict instructions. Don't tell each other, don't talk about it, blah, blah, blah. And then he starts ripping it up. So like these are the pieces of paper here. And so he starts ripping it up and then hands it back to me. He goes, can you put it somewhere? I was like, yeah, sure. So I put it in my pocket, and then he's like, great, go sit down. So then we go sit down, and we're still really confused. We're like, so is there gonna be a mentalist at intermission? And then we're looking at the screen and it says like some kind of, like it says some kind of fund on it, the high something fund, and we're like, is this a fundraiser? Like, is this like a screening of, like, we're still not believing that it's not Jaws. Is this like a screening specifically for like a Jewish fundraiser, and that's why there's so many Jewish people? Let's see what happens. The lights go down, they're like, and now Morty. And this really funny Jewish comedian comes on and he starts making a lot of Jewish jokes to the point where he turns to the audience and goes, is anyone not Jewish here? And there's, you know, a small portion. He's like, okay, I'll translate for you, no worries, no worries. So throughout all of his shticks, he keeps cutting in, so just so you guys know, that's like light and dark meat or what have you. So he's going on, and the further he's going, the more he starts talking about like a foundation or something like this, and then we're starting to realize, okay, so this is like a fundraiser that we've stumbled into. During this also, a guy beside us is like, oh, I think you're in our seats, do you mind moving down too? And we're like, that's weird. So we move down too, and I'm like, look at her tickets. Thinking like, at this point, honestly thinking like, that guy's trying to take our seats. So we look at our tickets. It's in fact for next Wednesday. Yes, next Wednesday. But you know, we're midway through this comedian, and he is calling out anybody who comes in late, and there's a lot of people coming in late, so we don't want to like stand up and act like we're leaving and then get called out. So we're like, okay, we'll just wait it out. Also, the mentalist needs us. Like, we talked with him before. If we leave, what's he gonna do? While at the same time, there's all these late people coming in, so we're getting nervous that we're in someone's spot and they're gonna come in and be like, get out of my seat. And we're like, but the mentalist needs us? Like, that's a weird conversation. I know, long story, but seriously, it continues. Then a pianist comes on, and I'm like, I know this guy. Why do I know this guy? Oh my gosh, it's the guy who was like voted to be the lead singer of INXS / the guy that did self-defense at my high school for this one semester. The name that showed up was Jason Benison. And I was like, I don't remember that. I remember being like initials. But then I looked it up, and he goes by JD Fortune when he was doing the INXS, but I guess this is his like proper pianist name. But again, weird stuff happening, like stuff from my childhood. Then we see a bunch of other cool acts. Then the mentalist comes out, and I do get to go on stage, and there's a video, and I can play it at the end for you. And I loved it. I felt really comfortable because I love being on stage. My friend also, there's like a little video of her getting asked a couple questions too. It was just so funny. Then it was intermission, and we're out there, and people kept being like, Kat! Like people I don't know, because I said my name when I went on stage, so now everyone feels like they know me. So everyone kept coming up to us being like, so was it real? Was it real? Are you guys a plant? And they're being all like skeptical. And so I end up coming clean because I'm feeling weird about it. Like I feel bad. People probably paid a lot of money for these tickets and we're just reaping these benefits. But also we are so the opposite of a plant. We were like showing our ticket. We're like, yeah, funny story. We thought we were seeing Jaws, but I mean, we're here. Everyone got a good laugh out of it. We tried to go back to our seats and the proper people were sitting in them, which is fair, we got into the hallway and another person asked if we were fake, so we gave them the story as well, which he said, well, join us, are you having a good time? Stay. I saw some seats in the balcony, please, stay with us. We ended up deciding it would be kind of weird for us to try to poke around, try to find seats, / we had already had such an evening. You really just can't make this up. So that was my casual Wednesday evening. I got to talk about my childhood crush in front of an entire auditorium of people. I got to see someone who did self-defense training with me in high school. And I was really confused and I didn't get to see Jaws, and it's next week and I'll be away, so sadly it's just not in the cards for me to see Jaws. Anywho, I hope you found this entertaining. Have you guys ever had a situation like this happen to you? Something so ridiculous that you thought no one would believe you? Please feel free to comment below and let me know. And thanks so much for listening. Have a good one.
Age back then, first crush on the age.
Grade 3?
What's grade 3? Oh.
8?
8? Why you start early, cats? Oh, you know how it is with cats. No, really, don't look at me. Microphone. Repeat after me. Lior. There is no way. Repeat.
There is no way.
You will get the name of my first crush.
You will get the name of my first crush.
You are going to be in shock.
You are
No, I'm telling them. Guys, you ready? Guys, if I got this, will you be amazed? Yes? Wait, one second. It's not easy, okay? It's not like you're going to a person and gets the name. There's a procedure like I did before. Age, so you were 8 years old.
That's right.
This means I have to go back in time approximately 12 years. Sure. And it's kind of emotional because, Kat is here, she's thinking of our first crush, and I'm here with you. It's very emotional, and it reminds me of my first crush. Many years ago. No, it didn't work between us because I dumped her after 1 week. Why are you laughing? I caught her. No, I caught her. I caught her thinking about somebody else. It's very problematic to date a mind reader, you know. Look at me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't say a word. I'm guessing, you know, it's not 4 letters like before. It's more like 5 letters, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Where's my boo? Okay, you'll get better at this. Wow. What am I thinking? You were 8 years old, straight over there. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna write the name here, and if I'm right, I would be in shock. It's kind of weird. And the audience will start applauding spontaneously. No, only if I'm right, and don't forget to be spontaneous. Anybody know the name?
No.
Okay, for the first time, she was 8 years old. First love, first crush. What was the name of your first love at age 8?
Aaron.
Okay, Aaron, it doesn't always work. Tonight it worked.